Hey people, injured here for V3, Graesark Undercity blue team. We've got Torpid as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Some good old Blood Ravens over here alongside VindicareX with a Chaos. What the fuck are these heretics doing? Some Chaos shenanigans already going on from VindicareX. Why is he hacking already? Look at this. This is like some crazy worship as they move. It's not actually worshipping the Chaos Lord though. Now they've sorted themselves out. Never seen that bug before. Dawn of Bugs will always offer something up to you. This is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. Rounding off the blue team, Adila as a Warlock, melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful support, disruption and offense. Red team, we've got some Orks. First up is Toilailee as a Mekboy, teleporting hero that fights range combat, puts out a good damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair. There he is, building and repairing right now. We've got Big Mathis with a Kommando of infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins range combat with a twin link shooter, Death Skull's elite scheme over here. And rounding us off, Campbell is a Raven Alpha tunneling hero with great mobility, strong offense and a bit of support too. Begins in range combat but can get specialized melee weapons, I should say. This is 2.8. You can head over to the forums and see all the changes. dawnofwar.info. There should be a link on the front page there. In fact, we are now on 2.8.1 out in the wild. 0.1 with some bug fixes, but I don't have many replays for that, so we're gonna have to watch some 2.8 games, I'm afraid. Hopefully the bugs won't be too much of an issue. I know there's a bug with the Raven Alpha's acid splatter that doesn't deliver all the damage it should in 2.8.0, but we'll see if Campbell even gets it. The other big issue is scout snipers, I think. I'll be trying to remember the changes as we go. Former Gaunt's getting involved with some CSM. CSM got their upkeep value increased. For those that don't know what upkeep is, it's a tax, a requisition tax that you pay on units once you cross the 30 population barrier. So we'll see how that has an effect on these guys over the course of the game as they're having to reinforce heretics all day long. Kommando almost going down, gets out his stun bomb, but it misses. Banshee is getting stuck in there. Orks, what changes did these fellas get? The War Boss got some buffs to his Bang Bang Hammer. The Better Combat Kit, I believe, for the Kommando got some changes. Now gives him more health, but no energy. Force Commander getting stuck in here. The only change to Space Marines was that the Force Commander's Terminator armor, which is a tier 3 war gear, now costs 10 more power, I believe up to 75 from 65, and that is a pretty damn nice piece of war gear. Sluggers chasing off some Marines there. Force Commander having some fun with some shooter boys though, misses that special attack. Eldar, big nerfs to Rangers. The kinetic pulse now does 5 times less damage from 25 to 5, and the Pathfinder gear no longer increases or rather decreases the cooldown for it. So big changes to kinetic pulse. They also, I believe, take longer to set down and tear up their weapons. Tear down and set up their weapons, I should say. So a decrease in mobility there. Big changes to Rangers. Shuriken Cannon got its population cost increased, I think. Warlock himself got a buff. His swift movement global got a decrease to 85 red from 100. Some changes also for the Falcon, not quite as strong at taking down generators, which was never really a big issue, I don't think. And vision range decrease, I believe. The Eldritch Storm for Eldar was buffed. The first 12 bolts, those infamous first 12 bolts, which went from 200 damage to 100, are now back up to 150. We'll see if that becomes an issue in this game. Noise Marines in play from VindicareX. Orks moving in though. Sluggers with burners up already for Big Mathis. Double sluggers, in fact, getting in there. Doom Blast doesn't hit both of the sluggers from the heretics. This could be a bad place to be for a CSM. Chaos Lord gets a good kill the week. Dark Halo is up, but those Chaos Space Marines are stuck and they got stunned too. They're going to go down, those fellas. Those fellas are down. Storm Boy's now jumping in. These guys, of course, have power melee weapons. Chopping up some of those heavily armoured CSM. Not a good day for those fellas. At least he won't have to worry about so much CSM upkeep. He lost one of them. Force Commander now has a power sword. and his armor of alacrity. More mobility on your force commander. Pretty good piece of war gear. Some Dakka on the Noise Marines, messing up their firing rate there, but they're back in play. Bashing some gens as they do. Assault squad on the field for Torpid, getting stuck in, trying to force the fight in the back lines for the Orks. Getting those shooter boys out of there. Some sluggers are also piling in and are forced to retreat. Almost went down. Well, here are some storm boys, and they will happily trade, I think, with an assault squad 1v1 with those power melee weapons. Not sure exactly if they come out on top, but they're more than willing to fight that fight. Chaos Lord here gets another very good kill of the week. Could have stayed in play, but uses it to get out safely. Did they actually get a power bash? I'm not sure if they did. Meanwhile, Tyranids pushing through on the power of Adila. Big changes for Tyranids. The Hive Tyrant, I should say, can now call in a Tyrant Guard in Tier 2 instead of Warriors. It does spawn at base. That is a very exciting change. I love me some Tyrant Guard. And a Lictor can now call in Venom Brood, which seems mental. I don't know if they spawn at base or you can spawn them anywhere. But being able to spawn Synapse and an anti-vehicle unit out in the field would be pretty damn strong. Revan Alpha got some changes to his armor war gears, I think. Some cost changes mainly, I believe. And of course the acid splatter got an increase in its direct attack, but the splash damage got a slight damage decrease. But as I said, it's currently bugged in this version of this replay, but it is fixed. Out in the wild in 2.8.1, if you head over to dawnofwar.info, that's the version you'll be getting. We do have a Guardian Weapon team up for Adila. He's gone heavy tier 1 here with Rangers, upgraded Banshees, and some upgraded Dire Avengers. We have any war gear? We do have Immolator 2. Just got to turn that into an advantage in tier 1, you would think. 371, 484, still pushing on the power are the blue team. Torpid gets a jump, followed in by some Chaos and the Force Commander himself, Chaos Lord, bringing up the rear. He got a reduced range to his default bolter, down to 26 from the standard 38. Also a change that went into the War Boss's sidearm, I believe. Note that it's only the default bolter. I believe his combi flamer will still wreck you from 38 range. This gives you another way to try and counterplay this guy. He's always been an absolute badass in Dawn of War 2. You saw some Warrior Brood go down there, VindicareX, down to just 2 units on the field as he goes to tier 2, losing CSM and Heretics. Mekboy's in trouble. Tactical Marines trying to force melee combat on him and finish him off, but they can't quite do it. Now Sluggers get in. Double Sluggers, in fact. They are proving to be quite a menace for Big Mathis. Uses his Sluggers very well in general, does Big Mathis. Got a Death Dread on the way too to mix it up. Shotgun Scout's going for the grenade, but misses. They're going to go and decap the wreck point now. Doesn't get on the power. Not much point with what he has out. Talking of getting on the power, you have double Sluggers with burners doing some work. But not quite enough work to take down that generator. Here come Assault Squad. Those Heretics were cursed anyway, VindicareX, who I don't think he wanted them around. Too chaotic even for Chaos. Kommando, level 2, no war gear. Do we see Acid Splatter or anything? No, Revan Alpha's got his default ranged weapon. Ravener Brood got a slight cost reduction, I believe, but like 5 power or something, down to 40 power, 440 I think, from 445. Cormagaunt's got a reduction in the damage they do when they do that little charge leap thing, I believe. So they're not quite as good as chasing now. Kommando I've got caught in a bad place, VindicareX. Going for some Plague Marines here. Adila gets the VP, but can he hold it for any length of time? They do have the triple, so this is doing some work on that VP bar for sure. Did he just jump into his own grenade and die? That was amazing. That's what you get, Space Elf, with your tricky grenades that kill all my Heretics all the time. Death Dread has the burners and bits, giving it a couple of burners and some more hit points. Is he going to stomp right up to the power up there? Maybe. 354, 385. Blue team trying to get on this power again, and they're doing it with the Noise Marines still around for VindicareX. Plague Marines making their way slowly to the front lines with that snaring missile launcher. What is this? Capping shooters. Warlock might not get revived from there. Chaos Lord level 3 now. He's done some work. Tactical Marines with their Sergeant. Beefs them up a bit in terms of durability and damage output. His bolt pistol actually does more damage than the other fella's bolt guns. War truck on the field for Toilailee. Support vehicle for Orks allows you to reinforce and transport infantry around. Look at that. In the hands of a good player, transport's going to do absolute wonders. Especially Orcs, since you can get your sluggers into flanking positions. I feel like they're always a bit more aggressive with their transport units compared to the very much support role it is for the other factions, although Eldar can often hunt early vehicles and stuff with their falcons. Assault squad with their sergeant up. They also have their thunder and lightning to target some of those Orky vehicles. Tier 3 for Bruce Campbell, not hanging around. Did get some Venom Brood up for some ranged synapse. They also provide some anti-vehicle, but no vehicles on the field. Well, anti-large target, I should say. Storm Boys with the knob leader. He's going to look to get on those double attacks, and here they come. Force Commander might want to protect them with some battle cry, and there he goes. Trying to disrupt those guys. Assault squad getting in. Going straight for the Synapse creature, which is the Venom Brood. Trying to get those Synapse backlashes from death, causing knockback and damage to surrounding non-Synapse creatures. Force Commander doing some work, but here comes Mech with the custom force field to send him flying. Battery pack also in play to support those Storm Boys. Are they going to get away? Looks like they will. We do have some Mark of Pawn CSM for VindicareX. Where's the Chaos Lord himself? Here he is. Got his Blood Maul. Going for the natural VP of the red team. Needs to try and dodge the Death Tread. Oh, in fact, he's going for a revive. A helpful Chaos Lord down here. Team player. Oh, he didn't get the revive though. Seemed to kind of misclick there for a second and actually goes down and retreat. That was unfortunate, we'll say. The Warlock repurchased now by Adila. He knows that Torpid's most likely not going to be able to get down there. And now he can try and revive VindicareX. Of course, the Warlock a lot more mobile than a Chaos Lord. 3-4-3, 3-5-7, very even on VPs. And Bruce Campbell being in tier 3 this quickly could pose some serious problems to the blue team, especially since red team seem to be holding their own despite Bruce Campbell's lack of tier 2 units right now. Venom Brood still need to be targeted, I think, because of that ranged synapse. Missile launcher tactical marines here taking some pot shots at the Death Dread. Need to be careful. About to eat a whole bunch of damage from Tyranids. Ouch. Dropping a couple of models there, I think. Mark of Corn CSM are almost level 3 already. The Death Dread is going to go down. They got almost a full power bash. And usually, if you get a power bash with your Death Dread and kill a few models, you're generally kind of happy. Force your enemy to get some anti-vehicle. And now you can kind of capitalize on that with some dangerous Orky infantry. War Truck is still around. Double Plague Marines for VindicareX. 3-3-3. 3-4-1 on the VPs. Eldar pushing forward using that fleet. Here's the revive. Not sure if that's going to get a Warlock to level 3 with the reduced XP from reviving these days. Storm Boys have done well. They've been a menace. He's been timing those battery pack Avataste heals pretty well, I feel like. Although CSM are now around to get stuck into those guys. Mekboy is going to need to teleport away here. Oh wow, direct hit with that Plague Marine missile launcher. That was pretty painful. 3-1-4. 3-4-1 on the VPs. Can those guys catch those shooter boys for some kills? They can. Bit of XP for them. Level 3 now. Up to very nearly 2,000 hit points. Here comes some Tyranids though. Force Commander with his Thunderhammer. Oh, and the teleporter pack. He's ready to get stuck into some Tyranid backlines and cause absolute havoc. Sluggers here with a knob leader for Big Mathis. Do both of those have it? Yes. Immolator thrown down by the Warlock from quite far away. Don't realise the kind of range that ability has sometimes. There's a webway. Sneaky. That webway cloaked to enemies, by the way, although the shooter boys with their knob leaders will spot it. What the hell is this? Commandos coming in tier 3? It is. Unique global to the commander knob can get those commandos in anywhere you can see, which is pretty damn useful. Those guys are awesome. Getting the webway down for some XP and red, and they've taken the VP back. Blue team kind of on the back foot here in terms of rosters. I feel like red team maybe have the edge, especially since they're all tier 3. Here comes a zone throat now for Bruce Campbell. A tier 3 zone throat. So it's not going straight for some monstrous creatures. Uh-oh, Blastmaster gets jumped by Storm Boys. These are level 3 Noise Marines. Wow. Bashed a whole bunch of generators. Down goes the War Truck, Missile Launcher, and Plague Marines making short work of it, I guess. Missile Launcher of Tax, that is. Force Commander, what level are you? Almost level 5. I really do like him with this Armor of Alacrity. Look at that. Using his sprint. Get a lot of retreat kills that way. Banshees. Oh, they couldn't use their war shout before retreating. Good warp throw from Adila. Didn't set up. Oh, the grenades came in a bit late, but they still landed pretty nicely on a little blob of shooter boys over there. But Orks able to power through, just brute force their way into a winning engagement there, which they can often do. Just run forward. That's the Orky strategy. Uh-oh, Force Commander's going to get shot down in retreat. Did hit level 5. Where's VindicareX? Also in retreat, and also might go down to Sluggers. Man, these Sluggers have been a menace on retreat. Here comes a Dreadnought for Torpid. Those two close combat weapons will make a mincemeat out of those Sluggers. And as soon as I say that, he goes for the Assault Cannon, which is a ranged weapon, obviously. It's a piercing damage. Massive amount of it to a single target will shred infantry pretty effectively. And of course, the... what is it actually called? Assault Cannon Barrage, imaginatively named, is pretty damn effective. 312-240. Knob squad, sorry, Kommando squad with their rocket launcher. If there was a Knob squad with a rocket launcher, that would be something. Ravener Tunnel used to get these Tyranids to the front line. Look at this. Might be able to switch this engagement right around. Now a looted tank to chase down the Dreadnought. Can't do much against the tank unless it... oh, wow. Imperial Abyss from VindicareX gets all those Tyranids off the field and might save this Dreadnought, or at least help do so, because those Venom Brood were closing in there. Mega Boom Shot did not seem to go off from a looted tank. So I guess blue team will take this VP. Speaking of VPs, we've got the Rangers retaking their natural. Getting on their way to level 2. They really did get some sizable nerfs to their kinetic pulse. Shooter boy is being chased. Level 2. What is that? That's Warp Throat. Banshees will now get stuck in. Might wipe them out. Here comes some more Orks to help them. Banshee's not able to stay in that fight for too long. We do have the Witchblade of Kurnus trying to line up an Ethereal Slash. That was just a special attack there. Does have the Cloak of Shadows too. He's getting some Daka to the face parts though, is that Warlock, and Orks might be able to push right through again and get a cap. Where the hell is that Shuriken? Oh, it's a Bright Lance now and it's up here. 249 to 224. Storm Boys again getting stuck in. That's too much stuff for them to deal with. That's a lot of ranged firepower. Plague Marines barely getting out of there. A Chaos Predator on the way for VindicareX. Yep. Big Mathis is going to take that and got a power bash too. Wow. Ethereal Slash misses. If you can hit those though, that will get the Sluggers off the field way sooner, let's say. Dreadnought almost level 2. Seems to have been doing quite well. Scout squad on the way for Torpid to repair that Dreadnought. But no tier 3. Oh, that's a Rocks. And sets it up nicely there with a big boom shot, knocking those, I think it was Marines, back into it. Yeah, that Rocks did some work. Nob Squad getting stuck into the Dreadnought and taking it down pretty damn quickly there. This is Toilailee's Nob Squad. Assault Squad, oh wow, also going down. Bad engagement for Torpid. I'm not sure, did the Dreadnought get snared or something? It didn't seem to move away. Double Zone Thropes doing the Focus Warp Blast and a tank and the Nob Squad coming in. It wasn't going to last long. Down goes the Bright Lance. The knockback stopping commands is annoying. Yeah, that is annoying. Not sure exactly what he's referring to there. But I guess he tried to do something and the unit got knocked back and then didn't do it. And it has like this reset time where it just stands there. I'm not going to do anything even though I got back up. Warlock level 4 gets that VP back. Here comes a Chaos Lord, Harness of Rage, Blood Maul and Dark Halo. All very chaos sounding pieces of war gear. They really have been hitting these powers relentlessly, the red team. Seem to have a firm upper hand here, but Adila's got an avatar and he can set up those Wailing Dooms with kinetic pulses and warp throws. And the tides can turn very, very quickly in Dawn of War 2, as we've seen. CSM, oh, trolled by the Mekboy, trying to get in on the shooter boys for some ornate chopping action, but being knocked all over the place. Chaos Lord puts the Dark Halo up, going after some Venom Brood. Boom! Blood Maul is not a power melee weapon, although it does a lot of DPS. And unless you're super heavy infantry or a commander, or obviously a vehicle, you're not going to get any protection from regular melee damage. It just doesn't do extra to anything. Chaos Predator might go down. One more shot. There we go. Can they take this guy down though in turn? Looks like they can. Plague Marines will chase. Mekboy just did an Avatast heal on the tank. That might be the first time I've ever actually noticed it happen. Didn't seem to be much of an effect on a tank kind of thing. But it goes down anyway. And blue team have the northeast and they're natural. So the 2-to-1 is in play. We have an infiltrated avatar. Another looted tank for Toilailee. Down to just 3 units. Tier 3 for Torpid. With tons of red. So we could see Terminators, we could see a nuke, we could see both of those things. Nob Squad do not have their Nob Leader, but they do have Meaning and Greener. And they do have their appropriately named U-Jammers. The momentum buff really adds to how dangerous these hammers are. An 8% damage buff per hit, and I believe it stacks like 4 times. Using their frenzy here. Big damage resistance buff and suppression immunity. Tactical Marines getting caught and escaping. Level 4, those guys. They can take a beating. And they needed to. 222, 179. Double Zone Thropes doing a really good job for Bruce Campbell. Red team just bringing so many threats to the blue team's doorstep. They just can't deal with them all right now. When you've got a Nob Squad that typically needs 2 or 3 units to help deal with it, and then you've got artillery Tyranid stuff, you've got this Kommando skulking around, you've got a powerful Raven Alpha with Corrosive Devourer now, vehicles. It's tough. It's tough, especially if you've lost stuff earlier on and you're kind of playing catch up. Avatar seems to have kept the Orks away from the natural victory point at least. There's some Malignant Blindness from the Chaos Lord, reducing weapon range and sight range to almost nothing for the entirety of the red team for a duration. Looks like it's still going on. See, these guys can't see anything right now. 217 to 176. That is a nasty orbital bombardment from Torpid. And a Wailing Doom in there too. The Zone Thrope survived. Amazing. Did a lot of damage to the Tyranids, but did it actually wipe out units? I'm not sure. There's a lot of reinforcing to do though for Bruce Campbell. A lot of reinforcing. Did it get one of the zone thropes? Not sure. In Relic's Infinite Wisdom, they didn't allow me to see more than the 6 units on these rosters over it. 206, 176, 1-to-1 cap. And blue team get the northeast again. They are really doing well here. Considering the disparity in the armies, they have a VP lead. I'm talking like they're losing. Blood Maul doing some work. Chaos Lord hits level 7. He is seriously a threat down here now. Where's the Warlock? Oh, he's up top. We have a Space Marine Predator now. Oh, the Chaos Predator went down, got caught by the Commandos. Adila times the Wailing Doom well, should wipe those guys out. And it doesn't. The Commando squad knob lives. And maybe gets away. Does go down. Okay. Force Commander tries to target a zone throat, runs into mounds and mounds of shooty Tyranids, including a Barbed Strangler Carnifex over here. 206, 145 on the VP's 2-to-1 cap. Jumping in are some Storm Boys. It's a good jump. Don't think the CSM want to wait around for a fight there with a Knob squad moving in. Boom, good Wailing Doom. Adila's really doing some work up here. We now have a Providence Warlock, which is a problem for the red team. Going after the Knob squad to use the Ethereal Slash. Here we go. That did a massive chunk of damage there. Didn't actually kill a model. Somehow this Knob squad gets away with 5 models. That is really lucky. Barely 100 health each. That's crazy. Chaos Lord with bodies at his feet. Although those are Eldar bodies, I think. What's he been up to? Chaos Lord cannot get the cap, or did get the decap, now needs to run away. Doesn't have the energy to use Kill the Weak. Wreckage and debris and green Tyranid crap everywhere up here. Red team just unable to stabilize at the top. Impressive armies, but can't turn it into sustained control of this VP. 203, 132. Here comes the Force Commander. Almost level 7. We could tank again. Oh, look at this. The Commander Knob using his rocket launcher to bash. Has his Mega Boom Kit and stick bombs. Force Commander shrugged off a tank round to the jaw, because that's what he does. 188, 132. Red team not giving up on their power pressure here. Torpid down to 2 units, including Stern Guard veterans though. Got level 4 tactical marines. Might want to recover with some setup teams or something. We'll see what he goes for. Could just be saving power for Terminators here. That's all he needs. 100 power. And get some up. Where they're needed, of course, as well, since they deep strike in. Sluggers caught some Dire Avengers, but can't quite finish them off, I don't think. Looks like the Orks of Big Mathis are going to push on the VP, and Adila might need to relocate the Avatar. Rangers are capping down there. We have a D cannon looking after this VP now. 157, 132 on the VPs, a 1-to-1 cap again. CSM must be level 4, they are. Almost 2200 health. Force Commander getting stuck in doing like what he wants to do with that Thunderhammer, just knock stuff scatty rocks. Looks like everything survives. Apart from a couple of Stern Guard fellas, but they'll be back. What do we got going on here? Loads of Tyranids shooting things. Down goes the Chaos Lord. Storm Boy's jumping in just to make sure. But he did die. Oh, it was a battle wagon for Toilailee. He loves using these things in 3v3. 156, 132 still on the VPs. Red team are getting a natural back. We'll give them a 2-to-1. Avatar kind of hanging out in mid. How's Torpid's power? He's got, I guess he's saving for a Land Raider. or Terminators would be on the field right now. Maybe he's waiting for the next... Yeah, he's talking about it in chat. Maybe he's waiting for the next big fight to call them in and turn the tide that way. 151, 132. Kommando level 6. Causing havoc with his rocket launcher. It's a crazy DPS weapon. Here we go, kicking off in mid. Tactical Marines getting caught by the zone thrope shots, happen time and time again. Always seem to be a little bit too far forward. See a council on the way, that's a Tyrannid formation. Doing this knockback and damage and also providing some buffs for nearby Tyranids, but it looks like they're not close enough to benefit. Here comes some Assault Terminators though for Torpid. These guys are unique to the Force Commander. Starts off with these heavy melee Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Very, very tough. Don't get suppressed. All that good stuff. And they are getting stuck in here. Can they get some support? Looks like they are. Like an Avatar, for example. There's an Eldritch Storm. Seems to be nicely placed, but I think the Wailing Doom kind of hit some stuff slightly out of it. Wrath of Cain on nothing in particular. He just pissed off, I think. Assault Terminators took a hell of a lot of damage, but they did not drop or model. Nob Squad will happily go in on Assault Terminators if they don't have their Lightning Claws and win quite handily. Avatar in amongst a whole bunch of Orks. He wishes he had his Wrath of Cain right now. It's going to go down. Wow. Slugger Boys doing some work. That was pretty impressive. Commandos were there helping out too. But that health dropped so fast. 112, 117, 2-1 cap for blue. Absolute mayhem late game here. Players at the edge of their micro right now, I feel like. Looks like the battle wagon is gonna go down. Assault Terminator trying to finish it off. It does go down. Maybe a Plague Marine got the last hit there. Yeah, Assault Terminator is having to teleport away from that Nob Squad fight, especially with that much health. Zone Thrope levels of 3. So one of the Zone Thropes has gone down, unless there's one after the Carnifex that I can't see here. The same Barb Strangler one, I believe. Blue team taking a north, east, and wow, they're going to get a triple cap. Amazing play from the blue team. That is some amazing engagement management there from the blue team. Selecting targets very well, using abilities very, very well. Trying to synergize where they can, recognizing what their allies are doing and trying to capitalize on it. Some really good pushing there from the blue team. They need to get out safely though. And they do have that northeast. Here comes a Carnifex. The Chaos Lord can get in there and tie him up. Won't do a lot of damage, but we're stopping firing that thing. And we do have a missile launcher in play up here. And some Stone Guard. Could see for the Emperor come in to buff those guys. Although there's now a whole bunch more stuff. That's an Imperial Abyss from VindicareX. Tyranids getting away largely unscathed, but they are all off the field now. Stone Guard veterans getting knocked over. CSM getting stuck into Storm Boys. I might force them off here. Chaos Lord helping out. Barb Strangler Carnifex just gave birth to some Spawn Mines. Very happy moment for the Carnifex. Looted tank. Is this the same looted tank that Toilailee's had the entire game? I don't think it is. I think he got it before the knobs. That big boom shot is doing some work though. Also knocking back some of his own Orks, but that's the Orky way. No need to be precise, just disrupt things. Singularity there from the D cannon. Adila trying to defend his VP, and the Warlock's not happy. He's not happy with these Orks being here, messing things up. Eldar quite particular about cleanliness and stuff, I think. Hidden Sluggers getting in on the D cannon, but it does get away. Red team though are going to take the VP. I think 97 to 20 with a single cap for red. Librarian on the field for Torpid to help support these Terminators. Also Force Barrier can do some awesome things late game in a 3v3 in those big VP fights. Stun bomb dodged. Big boom shot dodged. Oh wow. One of those models got hit by the stun bomb. That was pretty unlucky. 76-20. Red team have come back strong. Double cap here. Needs some help. Does Adila. Wow, City Council took a big shot. Need to run away. Oh no they don't. That's these guys. City Council are capping now. Looks like blue team are rushing the south. Looks like it. Make those Tyranids reposition. Here we see Bruce Campbell using capillary towers to boost their speed a little bit as they go. Tunnels coming into play too. We still have these tunnel formation spires up. They will still be providing some buffs, but there is a big buff as the nuke is happening that doesn't last very long, which they will no longer get, I believe. 25-20, it's so close. 2-1 cap for red. Going to be evened up on 20-20 here, I think. No, they stop it at 22-20. Do the blue team with a decap over here. Something is contesting the northeast too. Assault Terminator is getting stuck in on these commandos, and here comes a force commander, and he's gonna have some fun with his ammo. There we go. Kicking off over here though. Uh oh, big Mathis with a sound bug. No, not in this game. Euro throat on the field for Bruce Campbell. So big Mathis is gonna drop. Sound bug makes you lose all sound and then you drop. Unfortunately, nothing you can do about it. Or at least nobody knows anything to do about it. It is something present in retail too. Those CSM do get away. Singularity going off, all sorts of stuff popping down in the south. Looks like whatever was contested northeast was not able to decap it. Can the red team get their VP back? Big Mathis floating tons of resources. It may no longer actually be Big Mathis though. Toilailee using this battle wagon to good effect. Running things over. Got some kills there. What was that? Was that Marines? Was that Stone Guard veterans? It might be Stone Guard veterans. The VindicareX down to a single unit. Red team have a massive army advantage here. There's an orbital from Torpid. Might finish off those sluggers. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Big Mathis's sluggers were absolutely amazing in this game. What's this going up here? Some infiltrated rangers. Good luck with that, fellas. Red team are trying to get their VP back. There's an Autark drop in from Adila. Just desperation trying to stop caps here. Sluggers. Only 2 sluggers. You're going to take him out of the tactical range. Oh, well done, fellas. Getting their sergeant back too. You've got sluggers chasing a tank. The AI, I guess, not doing a good job managing Big Mathis's stuff. He does have some flash kits though. Wow, the Rangers are actually able to decap there. And now the Carnifex has nudged those knobs around enough that they are no longer capping. 22-6. Are blue team going to get this game? There's the 1-1. Are these guys actually capping? They are. Knob squad are capping. And that might be it. Although, I was going to say they might not be able to get back on. Look at this sprinting force commander here. That is amazing. 20-5. Red team need to push out from their natural here for sure. Need to put pressure on blue team's natural. They might not be able to defend up here. Obviously, it's not all about can you kill the unit. It's about how can you stop them all capping. And there's the decap. 8-5. Chaos Lord is now level 9. 1627 hit points with a shield. Red team though are on blue team's natural, and Dire Vendors are not going to be enough to deal with this, you would think. These tank busters are trying to cap. Dire Avengers getting run over and turned into little small Eldar parts. Another auto drop to stop a cap. Momentarily anyway. Knobs are capping again. And there's the game. Red team take it, despite having a player, I'm pretty sure, controlled by the AI at the end. Valiant effort from the blue team. An amazing push they did there at the end of tier 3 to get back on terms. But it just lost a bit too much stuff early on. Some clumsy engagements around this area cost them. And red team were able to capitalize, push through on power multiple times. And that set up the finale where red team were ahead in terms of armies for most of it. But blue team put up a hell of a fight. Amazing play from all players. Let's look at these heroes. Level 9 Force Commander. Level 9 Chaos Lord. Have a level 10 Warlock down at the end valiantly trying to defend that VP. Level 9 Mech. Level 8 Raven Alpha. And a level 9 Kommando. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.